Married at First Sight, season 15, episode 12. Baby steps. Alexis tells Justin she doesn't want to be married to him. And Kristen shamed Mitch about his little dingaling. This week, it seems as if everybody and their mama was hating on Goddess Alexis' hair. So I'm gonna make a comment about they're white people. Do not talk about black people's hair because you don't understand it, baby. Our hair is very versatile. See, black hair is like chicken. You can fry it, bake it, barbecue it, crisp it, put it in the sun, and let it dry, baby. Because that's just how God made us. Our hair is like no other hair. Black hair is very versatile. Bam. Why y'all talking about Alexis hair? Her hair is beautiful. Okay, to our white cousins, you don't understand it, babe. Don't talk about it. It was all in the girls. I'm like, well, what is going on? Her hair is absolutely beautiful. Anyways, welcome one, welcome all, welcome you 3 times in Jesus Christ. I am so excited about this episode. I only watched half of it, but I wanted to go ahead and just do the half, and then maybe later I can come back and talk about it. I love Dr. Pia. Why are people talking about they don't like her? I'm like, I love her. It's like I'm getting the black girl. Like I can see the black girl in her, and she's and I absolutely love it. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. Listen, October is speedily approaching. My birthday is October 11th. Don't forget. Okay. And I need you guys to check out Janice Hylton Mentoring. That is where I am moving up my Patreon there and my YouTube membership over there. Creating my own community. So I need your love and support. It is free for the month of September. I need you guys to be in the groups, looking around. Can you see the posts that I post? I post some things over there, but I'm not getting any comments. So I'm not sure if you guys are not seeing it. You have to download the app, okay? You have to download it on your phone. It's just like Facebook or Instagram or Patreon or anything. So be sure to check that. I'm wearing my husband's shirt, y'all. This is Big Mike's shirt. I think this is a large. I don't know. I guess I loved it so much. And he's an extra large. And he was like, babe, this is a little tight. I was going to bring it back to the shop. But I was like, well, I could wear it. I love orange. It's one of my favorite colors. I love. Bam. So be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. Shout out to all of our new cousins. Hey, cousins, we welcome you once, we welcome you twice, we welcome you 3 times in Jesus Christ. Okay, I love you, I adore you. Everybody's welcome. Thank you for those of you who is still sending me commentary on this foolery right here. I have so much more commentary to talk about. I think this is a great opportunity for all of us to learn and for all of us to fall on our knees and seek the Lord Jesus Christ, because every one of us have stuff that we need to work on. It's just that some people's stuff blow up in their faces and others don't. You need to know what your weakest link is. I'm going to do a video on what is your weakest link. Once you know what your weakest link is, you know how to keep your foot on it. Okay. So thank you so much for your love and support. I absolutely adore you. I love the episode this week. I didn't think it was boring, but a lot of people are saying the groups are saying it's boring. I enjoyed it. Okay, so it's baby steps, and Mitch called his friend Shane or whatever, Shireen or Sharika, about Kristen. They were being intimate, and Kristen said something about his little D, and it made him feel very insecure. Ladies, we usually hit there, right? When our husband, let me say husbands, I don't do husbands might say something to upset you. You always, some women want to go there, but our marriage counselor say fight fair. I don't want my husband to tell me I'm fat. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about. I don't think you should talk about body parts. And apparently, from the after party, we know that Mitch has issues getting it up and keeping it up. And so while they were being intimate, he was joking and she said something. And I'm like, why would you be joking? Listen, I don't need you joking. I don't need no joke, baby. I just need you to lay that pipe, right? You know, this where I got pregnant with little Michael, because I'm being vulnerable. I got pregnant right here. My head was right in this wall. I don't need you to be joking around, Big Mike. I need you to lay the pipe. And I'm like, Mitch needs to go to counseling. I think there is something going on with him. That is not a time to joke around. Dr. P meets with Stacia and Nate. And before Dr. P arrived, Nate and Stacia was talking about she wants to know how to trust, and Dr. P asks if she connects trust with control, and we know that, okay? My thing is, it's trust takes time to build. It is not something that can be built overnight, after a week or two. Trust is something that it takes time to build. And I think Nate wants Stacia to trust her with the purse, and she's like, I'm not there. And so to him, to Pookie Nate, to him, Stacia trusting is giving him access to all her money. And my thing, this is just me thinking, my thing is trust takes time to build. I'm going to do another video on trust, you know, how I knew I trusted my husband, because trust is my biggie. I have to absolutely trust you. I have to trust you with me, and not only me, but I had to trust him with my daughter. And if I didn't meet a man that I could trust, is one of the things my dad said to me. He said, you had Lexi at 16. People think you and Lexi are sisters. So you don't need a man that's gonna look at Lexi like he look at you. You want a man that's gonna look at Lexi like that's my daughter. That's not somebody I'm gonna lay down with. Okay. And so that's my Lexi. And so I listened to my dad, and he was like, no, you don't need to be marrying anybody your age. So trust is very important, but trust takes time to build. And we know Stacia has controlling issue, as she should. I mean, you 40. You've built a life for yourself. You can't just get a man in here and then turn everything over to him. That's what happened with, what's this thing? Mike, what is your what's that girl singer that you like? Not Janet Jackson. What's the other one? Um, I'm looking at her face. She was in Why You Want to Get Married. Jill Scott. Told you. He loved him some Jill Scott, honey. Okay. And so that's what happened with Jill Scott. When she married that bum, and then he came in and he wanted control. He wanted, and because how do you know that? When he said what he said that the mama, the sister, and Jill, they had no man around. They didn't grow up, no man alone. So they don't know how to respect a man. And I said, that's not what it is. He went in and tried to take control over everything, over her money, over her finances, over everything. And Jill Scott said, hell no, I don't think so. Somebody else did that, went in somebody else's kingdom, trying to tell them how to run the kingdom. Bam, get out. That is not how you do it. Trust takes time to build. It's not something that can be built overnight. And Nate wants Stacia to trust him with the money and all of this stuff. And Stacia wants Nate to say, I love you. So they might as well just go ahead and trade. Okay. By the way, I've been getting your comments about Miles and Karen. I'll do a video on that. Okay. So then Dr. Pia says she's going to give them an activity that where Stacia has to give her control. And we're going to talk about that later. A lot of people were uncomfortable with it. I loved it. You know, I like the freaky stuff. You know, I was like, oh, yes. Yeah. Tiny. Yes. Allegedly. Okay. Okay. So then we get over to Alexis, and people was dragging her because of her hair, honey. I already did my little talk, honey. I mean, she looks like a goddess here. I love this picture. I was trying to get her rolling her eyes. I did try multiple times. I got half of a roll, and so I just couldn't get it. But this picture of Alexis is absolutely gorgeous. Okay. So, her hair is very versatile. Oh, that's not your real hair. I bought it. I bought it. Did I not buy it? I bought it. It's mine. Okay. Of course, I'm challenging Alexis. Okay. I love her hair. I love that she has braids. Um, and so I think Alexis looks absolutely beautiful. So they talk about Alexis going out all week, and I got a lot of comments about this one. Alexis, my dear, I just don't understand. If you want to be married, why do you feel the need to go out every weekend? I still think people should have separate lives from their husbands. You should still have maintained friends. My husband has his friends. I have my friends. We get together. But if my husband was wanting to go out every weekend to hang with his boys, I would have a problem with it, and I'm sure he would have a problem with it. Now, I'm the type, I don't hang out. You will never you will never hear me say, or Mike cannot say, in the 10 years we've been married, I have said, "Oh, I'm going to go hang out with my girlfriends for the weekend." I'm just not that person. I wasn't raised that way. I had Lexi at 16, so I love to be home. I love staying in the home. I have books I'm reading. I have books I'm writing. So instead of me hanging out, I'm home doing what I love to do. But I love it. I don't feel cheated or anything like that. Of course, if it's somebody's birthday or something like that, then okay, that's it. Well, as far as me go, oh, I'm going over here to hang out with the girls. I ain't got time. I'm thinking about my kids at home. I'm thinking about what I can be doing. I'm thinking about maximizing my time and getting stuff done. But I don't have a problem if that's what you need. Mike hangs out with his friends all the time. He just went out and had a drink with his best friend this week, and then last week was the HBCU drum thingy at MetLife or wherever. He was over there with his frat brothers all day. I don't have a problem with it. But Alexis, I just feel as if you need to hang out with your husband, with your friends every weekend, then you shouldn't be married. And Alexis is saying what I said. I told y'all Justin was going to exhaust her. Justin is like a toddler. You can't. He's not ready to get married. He's not ready to get married. Okay? And she feels as if she don't want him to smother her. Okay. She feels like he's smothering her. And she was like, "I'm sorry, I just can't spend 24 hours 24/7 with you." Now my thing is, I think she don't love him. And she don't want to spend the rest of her life with him. As she said, I'm not ready to spend the rest of my life. Because I love being home with my husband. I love spending 20. I was on a little leave, girl, 6 weeks. And girl, it's like I would much prefer to be home with Big Mike. Of course, he's working. I'm doing what I have to do. But, I know he's in the house. We're home. I love being with him. But I just think that Justin is exhausting. She is tired, and he acts like a little baby. Dr. P asked her, "Why do you want to get married?" And she's talking about the commitment. And then she asked him, "Are you ready to get married and be married?" And she said, "Are you ready to be married to Justin?" And she said, "I don't think so." Dr. P said, "There it is." She's not ready to. He's exhausted. Justin is going to take off his ring and talk about, "Well, I chose my beneficiary." All these people adding people as beneficiary, signing them on the account, put them on your health insurance. Child, please don't do that. Please do not do that. She is not ready to be married to Justin. Alexis made it very, very clear that she wanted a man's man, not a little boy. And Justin is a little boy. He is a toddler. And then Alexis is going to talk about that she feel her mental health is under attack because Dr. P is dismissing her And Justin, and I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You feel like you're no mental health, and of course she has to address, because mental health is one of those trigger words that, oh, I talked about my mental health, and she just kept on going. Then Justin talks about he's not going to be an option. Everybody is an option. I don't understand what is. Everybody is an option. I'm an option for Big Mike. Big Mike was an option for me. Everybody is an option. This is coming from people who don't really understand how to date. Dating is about data. So everybody is an option. 23 types of guys. Get it if you don't have it, baby. Learn about dating. You are an option. Everybody is an option. Of course, they're married, so the option is closed. Okay. Then she talks about, well, with the commitment, his dog, Newton meant everything to me. His dog bit my dog. And Justin jumped in and said, yeah, where's my dog, basically. So Dr. Pierce said, you both made sacrifices. You both made sacrifices where the dog has to be concerned. And she said, if this has happened when I was dating, I would be done. I would be done too. That's like dating somebody with kids and he hit my baby, honey. Because I ain't gonna say it, but then Dr. P asked them, have they had sex? And she's like, oh, this is where she says she feels on her body by Dr. P. And she's remember she had already said on the after party they tried. I told y'all Justin has D problems. I told you. Men do not just stop having sex. It's for a reason. Number one, faith. Number two, they found the one. Number three, he got problems. And Justin has problems with the D, which is why he can't get it up to give it to Alexis, which also causes her to be exhausted. And she's not burning the good energy. Okay. She's mad that she ain't giving her the D. Okay. Which is why she needs to go hang out with her friends to burn some of that energy off. We over at Miguel and Lindy, and I feel like Miguel and Lindy are so fake. And then she says she feels like there's nothing that can happen that they cannot overcome. But you couldn't overcome the insurance problem. Remember that? Did you forget that? Dr. Pepper comes on, and Dr. Pepper looks really good. She looks like she's losing weight, so I'll be happy to see her on the finale and on the reunion. She said Miguel and Lindy hasn't had any issues to see how they can resolve conflict and that they want to expedite things for them. So they sent them a baby. Here go Lindy. It's a baby. She has to touch the baby as a woman. You would run and go pick up the baby, honey. Miguel has all the motherly and fatherly vibe. He pick up the baby. He's with the baby. Lindy's sitting over there. I just don't understand what Miguel need with this girl. He needs to get rid of a bit Lindy because she is just like a disgrace. I'm looking at her like, girl, take the baby, touch the baby, talk to the baby, do something. She do that. Ew. She act like how me and Big Mike look when little Michael was born. And little Michael was born, and the doctor put him on us, and we was like, put the baby on me, and we was like, the doctor was like, it's yours, touch it, because they put the baby on you while they're wiping the baby off. They take the baby out, they shake the baby, they don't spank him anymore because I think it's a child, but they shake the baby so the baby can cry. Once the baby cried, they put the baby right here. And my little boy, he's so greedy. He crawled all the way up here and he latched onto my, and so we was looking at it like, the doctor was like, it's yours, touch it. Because he still had all that stuff on him. So while he's crawling up here, they're wiping the baby off and stuff like that. And so that's how Lindy was looking at the baby like, she has no motherly vibes, okay? And so I guess they wanted the baby to whatever. And so they named the baby McGindy Heather Eloy Santiago. I thought that was cute. And then with the whole activity questions, and I'm like, oh, can we please not do the activity questions again? Dr. P visits Mitch and Kristen, and Kristen, I love you, girl, but you're starting to get on my nerves with all this crying. I just cannot. Mitch is not the man for you. Just shut your mouth and go ahead about your business. And she asks about trust. Then they play the card games, and the question was, who was your childhood hero? And I had to think about mine. And so Mitch basically talked about as a boy, those Power Rangers or whatever. And then Chris is gonna talk about, oh, my mom, and she's become. And Mitch said the same thing. I was thinking. Mitch says, but she said, who is your childhood? And then she's like, you're attacking me. My mom is important to me. You're attacking me. My mother's very important to me. Like, why can't you just say, yes, that was a great story, and that was a wonderful story? Why you have to attack? And I'm like, oh my God, here's the tears. I just cannot. So then here go Mitch apologizing. And they basically kind of worked it out. And he was like, I just, and she was like, oh, my mother's wonderful. And Dr. P says it sounds like Mitch's question was a challenge. It was a challenge because it was your childhood hero. Even if you can say your mom, but I understood what Mitch was saying, that you were giving her present tense versus at when you was a child. I didn't see any problem with the question. Okay. And I thought she was just crazy. And then they pulled the children card and said, what is your children gonna be? And Mitch says, when you say kids, do you mean me and hers? Do you mean our children? And Dr. P was like, well, what other children are you thinking about? See, Mitch is gone, child. He ain't thinking about Kristen. He ain't thinking about Kristen, because I busted out laughing like, Mitch, of course, is your. Then she talked about this sex life. And then Kristen came up that he was joking and said something funny about her. And so here he goes with the joking, and everything should be laughter and blah, blah, blah. And Dr. Pia asks about, if they wanted to share, and she's looking at him like, well, no, I'm going to respect my husband. And I think he probably is joking. She says something, you think it's so little you can't even get it up. You only last for 2 seconds or something like that. That's why he feels insecure. Ladies, don't ever do that, okay? I don't know what to tell you, but So then they brought up that they were having sex. They stopped having sex. Kristen, why did you give up the drawers if then you're going to take the drawers off the table? This is why you don't give up the drawers. If you don't give up the drawers, you won't have to take the cookie off the table. But because you don't give up the cookie, girl, now you want to take the cookie off the table and try to backpedal because you feel as if he's not mature enough for the cookie. You know why I should take the cookie off the table? Because the D's not good. If that D was good, if Mitch was laying that pipe, she wouldn't be taking the kitty off the table. So Dr. P asked, what does it take to bring back the intimacy? And she said Mitch last week. And Dr. P was like, well, what does that mean? And she was like, he was attentive, he was vulnerable, open, and anything she did, he did not set off into Mitch's. And I'm going to stop right there. And I feel so sorry for Kristen. Kristen needs intensive counseling. Kristen needs a cheerleading squad. She don't need a husband. She don't need a husband. She don't want nobody to say nothing about nothing. And that's not marriage. They're gonna say something, Kristen. It's not always celebrating and clapping their hands and stuff like that. You need to go and get some intensive counseling. Though I do think Mitch plays too much. I couldn't deal with a Mitch. Like, I need you to be serious. And when you're laying that pipe, honey, don't be joking with me. I need that pipe laid, okay? Oh, you're like, oh my God, because Janice not laid the pipe. I love you. I have to go. Let me know what you think. I will try to finish the rest of it either tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow. If you don't see me when I say I'm going to try to come on, that means it just didn't happen. Okay. I love you. I adore you. Let me know what you think so far. And I'll finish the rest of it. Remember to check out my books. I need reviews on Amazon on all of my books. If you've picked them up, you have not reviewed them. And remember, ma'am, remember, sir, please remember to check out my mentoring website. It is free for the month of September. Starting next month, that's when you will start to be charged. I absolutely love and adore you. Thank you again for your love and support. I know a lot of you have emailed me about journals. I have a lot of different types of journals coming out December, January for you guys to write in. My husband program list is coming up, and I'm thinking about starting in around the second week of October, but I will keep you posted on that. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.